Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features the top-scoring pass offense in the NFL. The Lions are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Vikings, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carry for Le'Veon Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Now he's flushed out left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right. He's got a man. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. The 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now Miller throwing on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8th. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Williams, the young buck, talented, but could be in for some tough sledding. Trying to shadow him throughout, the talented Marshawn Lattimore. A terrific rookie. Only a one-year starter at Ohio State, due mainly to a number of hamstring injuries, but that 1 year was pretty productive. 4 interceptions, 9 passes broken up, has the agility to stay with just about any receiver in the league. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage. He's got a man. It's Williams. Whoosh. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield
But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and that'll make it third down. They'll drop to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cameron Meredith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On second down, it's Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball. They've got to run it every so often, and for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time.
All right, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Steps away to his left. And he's got some space here. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Come on, let's go. 190. 190.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Off the play fake. Miller being chased out left. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Off play action. Miller. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Now McManus for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards.
Here we go, Howard.
They'll look to throw here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions add on to their lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And his kick is good. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Safety's creeping! Hit it!
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screen.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They're going to look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely, he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Miller to throw on second down. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
Miller now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 23 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. Shifts by him. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of it.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney. From that outside linebacker spot, he's able to get in there for a loss of 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Let's go. Watch it now, Barney.
They're going to try and throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And on the ground they go with the running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And it's a fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Flushed out right. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did. I
think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Let's go. What? Nothing. What? Nothing.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got room to run past the 20. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Detroit. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Here's Miller. Off play action. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? Nothing. What? Nothing.
Play clock winding down. Looking to throw. Miller. Forced out to his left. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38. Take 4. Take 4.
Now Miller off the play fake. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Off the play fake. Miller steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down.
Come on, let's go.
Miller, off play action. And that is going to be incomplete. Jim Caldwell's guys cannot come through there on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now back to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Second down now after the incompletion. On play action, they'll throw. He sets to fire deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On third down, here's Bell. And spins away. He'll have a first down past the 40. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Back to throw. Miller throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Miller now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. That's 30 yards now on the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Luke Kuechly not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Here's Miller off the play fake. That is caught inside the 5. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the 1st, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. McManus now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like you did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the deep...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw here. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 46. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a play fake here on first down. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he is all the way up past the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hey, here we go now. All right, now, look at 56.
Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. Got his man. Complete. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. Past the 20. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This one fielded at the 5. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah.
Hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Keenum's Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle, and he'll be brought. Down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Shit.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now Ryan on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This is Freeman on first and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, add that play to his resume, Real, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's Ryan. He's got Sanu. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
On second down, Ryan buying time to his left. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones from 17 yards out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he'll bang that one through. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. On play action, it's Keenum. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game. After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down. To throw is Keenum. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be resigned, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league for that quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. On third down, Ryan. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion. Now, last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because let's be honest about it. Losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl, you were playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one. But this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
All the way back to Kirk.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Everson Griffin in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL.
Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Terrence Newman with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Vikings coming out here again to take over on offense. And this is a crew, obviously, that was so close, Charles, to becoming the first ever team to play a Super Bowl in their own stadium. So disappointment in that last game against Philly. But overall, I think they've got to be pretty pleased with the season.
They have to be because they put it all together. Won the NFC North. How about that win over the Saints in the divisional round? I mean, I don't know that they'll ever top that in terms of getting something done late in the game, especially with what was on the line. They do get Dalvin Cook back at running back next year. I think they'd still like to have a little more speed at wide receiver. But all in all, this team comes back pretty well intact and will be a force for a while.
Yeah, that defense is pretty set.
Very much so. I mean, try and move the ball against their front and then try and throw it against Xavier Rhodes. Good luck to you.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Off-play action. Keenum. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. Keenum, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. And Forbath will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw is Ryan. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. Terrence Newman with a pick. So that right there was his 2nd pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already
Amateur
done that,
hour.
right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a 3rd again.
Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Forbath out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See. And now here is another interception. Terrence Newman with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
Then
that's
with
right.
the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. And this is caught at the 20. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 41 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And it's up and good. Forbath out to kick this one away. On Andre Roberts now to return it. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them, not necessarily.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Room to run inside the 40. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Now Ryan on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it'll bring up third down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points, but boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Detroit!
On play action, now Keenum. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
All right, now, look at 56. No, check, Patriot. No, check, Patriot.
Off the play fake, Keenum. the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Forbath out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And Freeman lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And Forbath will put this one through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll fake the give. Now Keenan. They find some open field here. And avoids the contact by sliding. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Play action. It's Keenum.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, Detroit! Detroit! Here we go!
Play action. Now it's Keenum. Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Keenum now to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Give him 3 on the game there. 2nd and goal.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Keenum now on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
Let's go.
They do snap it to Keenum. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there from 3 yards out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Room here to run. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Third and long. It's Ryan. To connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
An attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. They'll get 19 yards there. And the Falcons are going to get a first. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
Flushed out right. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now it's Ryan. Flush to his right. And now here is another interception. Terrence Newman with a pick. And some space here. He's got daylight. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard near the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 67 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
But it was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll.
And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Forbath out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And now it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Gabriel, the man in motion. Here's Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And now here is another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. Let's be it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Everson Griffin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, Freeman. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a third and about 14. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on third and long. Ryan escaping the pressure right. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Everson Griffin able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, put an end to this third quarter. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man complete. An unbelievable play there on fourth and long. 58 yards.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered. And
a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. He goes underneath to Freeman. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A Falcon first down. Ryan to his young tight end, Hooper. To throw again is Ryan. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
I don't want to go over the top here, but that's still a nice touchdown. I know they're being blown out of the stadium, but for this team to go downfield and score when this game is essentially over, that shows me a lot.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. All right, now look at 56.
On play action, it's Keenum. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever.
Now let's go.
Now Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
Looking to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bleedy Ray Wilson. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. On second down, Ryan. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They'll run it with Coleman. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they'd converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Anderson Aho.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And tough starting field position here. After the interception, here's Keenum. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
All right, here we go. Over. All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. but I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come up to 6.
A lot of points. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Danielle Hunter. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now Ryan on second down. Looking deep for Julio. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. And even 50 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
On first down, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Taylor Gabriel with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Now, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Keenum eluding the pressure right. And he's able to find Diggs. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him 2 on the run. They need a lot more than that coming up here on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now it's Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Ryan. He's going to let it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who got 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And Rudolph has it left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. Keenum wants to throw it. And right with it here over the middle. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And this looks to probably be the final play. They go play action here on first down. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.